Okay, welcome to Fulham Fix, and I'm very happy to say that there is a trophy in the Fulham Football Club trophy cabinet this year, and it comes courtesy of the women's team who have been unbelievable this year, and we are about to be joined by Ellie Olds and Olivia Dale, significant first-team members of that team, and they were brilliant, weren't they, Ivan?
Oh, they were absolutely fantastic and well-deserved winners this season of the Southern Region Women's Football League Premier Division. Honestly, it feels like it's been a long time coming. A few seasons sort of we've been hinting at promotion, and I tell you what, this season they've done it in absolute style. So yeah, of course, we had to get them on here all about the seasons. I was going to say the highs and lows, but let's be honest, the highs and highs. And then obviously securing the title and the nights out, how they celebrated. Gotta do it.
Here they are, just the back of winning it at Craven Cottage, which was a moment for everyone that saw it. Come on, Fulham.
Welcome to Fulham Fix. It's an exciting episode this week. We've got them. It's not often we do the intro in front of the guest, right?
Well, that's right, but it's not often we have champions in front of us either.
That's very true.
Have we ever had champions in front of us?
It's very true. I mean, championship champions, of course we have, absolutely.
Yeah.
But no, league champions. Ellie, Olivia, congratulations.
Come on, Phil.
You are champions officially. As of Sunday, you lifted the trophy. The trophy right here, that as you came in, you said, what did you say? What were your exact words? Does it still smell of?
Pornstar martini.
Pornstar martini. So this came on the night out, did it?
Yes.
Oh, it did.
Wow. And does it still smell of pornstar martinis?
Do you know what?
It's had a scrub.
Yeah.
It looks unusually rusty, like my eyeliner view of it here. It's like seen more action than it should have done.
Yeah, it's done its time, hasn't it? It served a purpose. Let's talk about that day a little bit, shall we? Firstly, how's your mum?
My mum's well, thank you.
Good. Personal questions.
Yeah.
Well, just absolutely randomly, they turned to me on the match day, and they're like, "Well, just interview someone in the crowd, just get their thoughts on the game, who they had support, who they're excited about meeting."
Yes.
And I met your mum.
I'll be honest, that threw me off.
Did it? Well, she was up on the big screen suddenly, sending you a message,
warming up, passing, and then suddenly I heard this voice, which was very familiar, and then
through the tunnel
and on the big screen,
I was like, oh gosh, that's mum.
Yeah. It was very sweet. I said, do you have a message for her? You do great.
Yeah.
You do so well. Yeah, it was lovely.
Do you know what? I saw this because there's a lovely 15-minute sort of like behind the scenes video on the Fulham site, and there's a clip of, it must be after the game, where you're hugging. It looks like all your close family. Is that your family?
Yeah, my mum, my dad, my brother, my friend. Everyone came down to watch, and
it's an incredibly emotional little picture of everyone surrounding you.
Yeah, emotions were high. I think for everyone had like their family and friends there, and it was just such an amazing day. And to be able to do it with everyone there it was great.
It was so weird to look at it because I knew, obviously, watching that video, I knew what had happened, but it felt like it had all been set up like a party. So when I was watching you turn up in dressing room, I thought it must be such a conflicting thing because it seemed like you were all turning up with that attitude if it was going to be this party, but you actually had quite a big job to do. Was there like a sort of tension in the feed at any point? Like, oh God, do you know what I mean? Like with everything planned.
I think so. We did say as soon as we got there, we weren't allowed to talk about what was happening after the game anymore, even though stuff had been booked.
Mm-hmm. Someone should have told Sasha that, if I'm honest. Fill me in on the night out.
We tried Sash.
Yeah.
We tried to tell her, but she's in rehab. We let her.
That's fine.
Let her.
Is it a big night out, was it?
Yeah. She was actually in charge of the trophy that night.
Was she?
And the trophy got taken off us.
All right.
She retrieved it.
Yeah, she was on one.
Fair play. Someone on just spontaneously.
No.
Oh, no.
Where we went.
Yeah. It was apparent. It could have been a weapen.
Like a bouncer or... am I right?
Sense.
The Temperance, is that right?
Yes.
All right.
Yeah.
What was quite nice sort of arriving is the fact that I know that at that point they were preparing, the trophy was there, the head of the league was there, to present you with the trophy. I know that, they had some pyrotechnics ready for when you lifted the trophy. And then chatting again, so I obviously saw Sasha when I arrived, and I said, are you feeling confident? She goes, well, we've already booked, we've got our night out already booked to celebrate after. And I'm like, and then she said, the only problem is the toughest game we've played all season was against these guys. Yeah. And we only just won with a 98th minute winner. And it did look for about 30 minutes? It looked like, oh man, this is going to be a lot trickier than we
I
thought.
was worried. I was really nervous before the game because obviously we knew, it was all set up for us to win it.
Yeah.
And I just thought, oh my God, it would be
We're tempting fate.
typical that typical Fulham that we don't do it.
And you've been unbeaten all season as well.
Unbeaten all season, and then that would have been the day. But yeah, I think even first half it was a little bit cagey.
Yeah.
I think there were
We're
some
used to
nerves.
getting one early on and then
No,
going off that.
when was the first goal? Was it 35 minutes or something? Yeah,
around
it took a
that.
while.
Yeah, and like going in at 1-0 at half time, I thought even if they just nick one, it was
Yeah.
it was a bit nervy. But once we had the second and
There
then the
was
third,
definitely
the
no
second-
talk at half time about the partying after.
Oh yeah,
that was forgotten.
Was it? Yeah. I can imagine. What was the halftime team talk like? Because you guys came out flying the second half, then 5 goals and just
Reminder of the job that we needed to get done, I
Yeah.
think, and a few tactical things to change and organise amongst ourselves, and that we needed to go out there and do it.
There was a little when you first turn up in the dressing room. There's looks like a program with "End Big" written on it.
Yeah.
Was that just for you lot? Was it like what was that? Was that
That
like,
was how we promoted the game.
Oh right, okay. So because you're all reading it before the game. I thought it might be
As
like
our
a note
last
to
home
self.
game.
Right,
So
yeah,
we
yeah.
love reading.
About ourselves. Yeah, it's fun to read this. Yeah.
It was just all our player
Right, okay.
things,
Yeah,
lineups, and then a little talk about the under-18s who won there.
Right, nice.
Yeah.
And for you personally, because you both, just to give it some context, you both had injury problems at different times. Ellie, you've played all year, obviously, and scored 17 times this season.
18 now.
18 now, sorry.
it's just banged another one in. To be crowned champions. Don't worry about it.
Liv, you obviously were out for 3 months or something, so
Yeah.
it must have felt at some time like you wouldn't be involved in this situation. So just for you both emotionally, it's a very big deal, isn't it? I know we're talking flippantly about it, but that must have felt like an accumulation of a life's work, really, last weekend.
It did. I think from playing at the beginning of the season to then going out and then coming back in, being able to contribute to a game that meant the most.
Yeah.
I think is great. Coming back from an injury.
Yeah, when we've been trying to get out of this league for so many seasons, so many years, and it is really you do have to just go unbeaten to get out of it.
You're saying it's 18 now, which you're right in saying. You looked overjoyed when you scored that goal. Just talk us through the feeling of scoring a goal, basically, but especially at the Cottage. Love winning.
I love winning. I love scoring, but every time I score, considering I'm a striker, I am always so surprised. But I never know what to do. But yeah, when I scored at the Cottage,
Having your family there.
I'd see my family. I just ran straight to them. And then me and Liv have been practicing knee slides all season.
We both had knee injuries, so we
Yeah.
thought, would we ever be able to do knee slides?
Oh, so it's quite
Practice
symbolic.
training.
Yeah, practice training.
Not pretty good.
Yeah. Attempted it at the Cottage on Sunday. I have got a cut. I burnt myself.
Wow.
We
Go on, so let's
tried
have a look at this. That's quite...
a bit.
That's a nasty
Intense.
one.
Yeah.
I bet you didn't feel it till a little while after, though,
'cause you'd
because of the
have been so
adrenaline.
buzzing.
Well, yeah, we both. Well, I say we slid, but we stopped.
So a bit too much friction. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, was it both of you together?
Yeah.
Oh my god. So symbolic. Also
Bad, I
symbolic.
had my socks.
Yeah,
my
you-
socks above my knees,
Yeah,
so I
yeah.
just had 2 green circles.
Wow.
Yeah.
This is why you've always got to pull your socks up.
I'm
You've got to have
not
them
that
right
kind of
up.
player. I'm
No?
old school.
No, have them down. Yeah.
That's such a nice depiction of life is never what you want it to be. That's like some cinematic moment of
There's
we've
actually a
done it,
picture of
you
it.
slide it.
Yeah.
Boom, boom,
Perfect
bang.
picture of us doing it.
Is it? And it's not the stopping moment where you're sort of jolting and
Kind of.
Yeah, we're like this.
Oh, that's a wow.
And that's actually just pain.
Just go down the slide. Yeah, that's
Just
great.
realising it's a bad idea.
QPR potentially, Norwich next year, MK Dons.
Yeah,
I
some
think.
big teams
it
in the
looks-
next league, yeah.
It looks like we can be a league with those guys. I mean, are there murmurings already? Or I'm behind you guys. People are talking about going back to back. Do you know?
No pressure. Yeah.
What's the level? Do you know what I mean? Do you have a feeling of the level? Or
I mean, if we did that, it would be amazing.
Yeah.
And I mean, we've played a few teams in the league above this season and
In
won.
a few of the cup rounds.
Yeah,
Beat a few of
You
the
felt you feel confident, do you? Quietly confident, do you think?
quietly, but I think if we just have a good run of games, get some wins, then just cement ourselves in that league, it'll be a good thing.
I think we'll do well at finishing up there.
Yeah?
I think, yeah.
Come on, Fulham.
Historically, do you touch wood? Sorry, we
yeah,
touch wood. I think this is actually a glass table. This is a chairman's lounge. There's obviously lots of wood.
It's a chairman's office, so everything's actually made of gold.
yeah. Is this real wood? There you go. Touch the trophy. It's a bit sticky though for some reason. Yeah, but yeah. I know. Obviously, you're aware as Fulham players of the long rivalry we've had with QPR, like sort of a long hatred and rivalry, and because Fulham have been so damn good these last sort of few years, we haven't really had many opportunities to play them and to keep that rivalry going. It's really been Chelsea and Brentford. So, are you aware of the pressure on your shoulders now that you get to sort of reignite that rivalry and make fools of them?
That is a big
which we've been doing for a long time.
And also, if it brings the fans down, then we need the fans behind us.
Names of teams that will play this year, next year, going into the next season, will definitely.
Yeah, it's definitely some big names in there, isn't there?
Yeah,
especially some of the men's team fans
I feel like,
who are like, oh, we know who they're playing.
Totally. I feel like Fulham QPR at the Cottage feels like a fiction, doesn't it?
In the stars, imagine season decider. Imagine that.
Yeah.
Stop it.
Heard it here first.
It'd be filth, wouldn't it? That'd be great. It would be filth. It would be utter filth.
Do you like, as a serious question, do you guys feel like, because I know that a few more people have been working closely with the team, like on full-time capacity, as well as Steve, this year. Has that helped in lots of ways? Has it felt like a more solid structure this season compared to the last ones?
We were saying just before this, like, how big of a team and a squad effort with, I mean, like all of the players, but then everyone within the whole
squad,
and the club as well. Like the club's backing has been incredible to get us, I think, to where we are now. We couldn't have done it without them.
Yeah,
I think as well with like having those familiar faces, not someone that's been introduced us to the women's team and we see them once a month. It's now like we've got everyone weekly, seeing them twice, 3 times a week.
Yeah.
And also the foundation doing their bit, making it feel that extra bit special for them. Having flag bearers at games, being able to bring mascots, it makes it really special.
Yeah, and has it felt like the club's made this you part of the club type thing?
Definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely. They're all behind it.
Yeah, there's a nice moment in that video where Steve's doing you on the pitch and he's saying like how proud he is of you and you're the league champions. And it's like almost better if you can barely hear it, but it feels like very emotive what he's saying. And it just, I don't know, it just feels like there's a real unified sense of achieving something really special in that little moment.
Yeah, I think everyone felt so together. And like the picture, I cannot stop looking at all of the pictures from the weekend because I just cannot stop smiling. And every picture, everyone's so happy. The whole squad, staff, fans, everyone.
What was really nice as well is Benfica seemed really happy for you guys as well. There wasn't I don't know, they seemed to be really excited to be being a part of that atmosphere as well. And they even did your guard of honour as well to get, that must have been pretty nice to have that, because I know that not all teams in the league have been like that.
Not all teams are that nice, but they, Benfica, they're
they made
a really
it
nice
special
team.
for us as well.
Yeah,
nice.
And they're
congratulated us.
Yeah, and they're going with a relegation battle, so they had points to play for. But they were really good group of girls, and I think to have that experience as well, not everyone gets to play the Cottage, so for them, I think
they had quite a few fans. I heard that.
Did they?
Yeah, as well.
Yeah.
Nice.
We could hear that on the pitch.
Yeah. So.
That's not right. Yeah.
The season's not over. There's a big game to come. And we were thinking about it. Guard of Honour rise. I know that there's a bit of needle with Dartford. It's a rivalry that's developed. Do you expect that they're going to give a Guard of Honour to you as champions in 2 weeks? Or would you rather not comment on the matter?
I mean, we are champions.
Yeah. I think it would be very selfish.
I think. Is this going out after the match?
Great question.
When's the match?
I don't want to be a target.
When's the match?
Okay, do you know what?
We'll blur your face.
Let's pretend it's going out after, and you can give me two answers.
Yeah.
You can do one, but it was so nice they gave us.
Not to expect it. And to be pleasantly surprised if they do.
Okay.
But it was so nice that they gave us one.
Yeah.
It was
Benfica, yeah. But we're not talking about that now. We've already talked about how nice those guys are. We're talking about Dartford now.
Yeah.
Which, they're not as nice, right?
I think it'll be tough for them to do it.
They're going to want to put in something. They're going to want to stop you from going unbeaten all season, right? Do you think that's fair to say?
That's a big game.
It's a big game.
And what about the fact that you guys are champions? 'Cause again, notoriously, across all of football, you look at Liverpool recently losing to Chelsea after being crowned champions. Naturally, you might just take your foot slightly off the accelerator a little bit, or because you're already there.
Yeah.
Do you think that
Unbeaten
can?
We want to go
champions-
unbeaten.
Unbeaten champions sounds a lot better than just champions.
It does.
Yeah,
sure.
Invincibles, right?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Okay.
And we've been back at training. We already said, like, let's not be complacent. Like, we want to go into the next 2 games and win them.
Totally.
Yeah.
And just to dive into team ethics for a second, which I feel guilty about because I've just sworn, but is there a thing that no one can swear at Fulham, or is it Steve or
Well,
something?
Steve doesn't swear, but
Is there like a swear jar? Because when I was getting told about it, it was,
Swear jar.
that
You'll
would
get
be
a funny
full.
look if you do swear.
oh really?
Yeah.
Okay. From who? From everyone in the team?
From Steve.
Oh, from Steve.
Just from Steve.
Just from
Okay.
Steve.
So Steve just doesn't approve
That's
of swearing, doesn't like the potty mouth, or
Yeah,
No bad
never heard a bad word, swear word come from his mouth.
From his mouth.
I've heard some bad
Yeah.
words come from his mouth, but
But it's like respect principles or something.
Yeah,
That's-
yeah.
So I wouldn't last very long in the
No.
team. What's the inflatable sheep about?
Oh, well,
But
I
was-
took that home on Sunday.
Okay.
So for the benefit of people that didn't see that, there was a sheep that was being paraded around in with the team
So,
with no context given whatsoever. So for people that saw that, I don't know what it's
a
about.
little bit of context of the sheep.
Give us some backstory.
We put each game on a ladder. Think about each step of a ladder.
Yep.
Each game on each rung
Yep.
is a game.
Climbing towards the stars.
Climbing towards the top.
Yeah.
Now, there was a cloud at the top of the ladder.
Yeah.
We decided that cloud was the sheep. Each rung
yeah.
went green if we won.
Okay.
Made our way up. And once we'd completed it and were champions,
You get
we were on the cloud / the sheep.
Nice.
So because it became a joke of the season, that each game we won,
Yeah.
we were closer to the sheep.
yeah.
And the sheep.
So you were
Sheep came out of the
Did the sheep
cottage.
now off the did it just appear out of nowhere? Did
Yes.
someone order the sheep on Amazon, or has the sheep always been kind of
Oh.
present in the background somewhere?
No, we'd never met the sheep until the cottage.
So who introduced you guys to the sheep, or was it just there? No,
Yeah,
Jack.
Jack,
Okay.
definitely Jack. Along with many of his other things he organises, he did also order an inflatable sheep. So we had a game the week before against Saltdean. Was it a week before or 2 weeks?
2 weeks. But anyway.
Yeah.
But anyway,
Yeah.
in order to be able to win the league at the cottage,
They needed some
we
drop
needed
points.
those 3
course.
points
Yeah.
against Saltdean.
Right. Yeah.
Right.
And we actually went 1-0 down in the game against them first half. So that was another interesting team talk at half time. Ended up winning 2-1,
Yeah.
which then meant we could go on and have the opportunity to win it at the cottage.
There's been some big moments, haven't there, in the season? Because I know Sporting Benfica was 2-1 in the last minute, header in the last minute.
Yeah,
Was that Cat
94th
Viva in the 94th?
yeah.
Barking away. Was another big one. Do you remember
Yeah,
barking
we
away?
were 1-0 down in that one again. Came back. I think was it? Actually, we got a few goals in the second half, but
Yeah.
that
Didn't
was a
start
tough
as
game.
Yeah,
Obviously, Saltdean.
and Saltdean.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Is it quite telling? Because like last season, obviously, we were in those situations and not winning games. Did it feel like that was like lessons learnt maybe from season previous, that we
I
were
think
getting
from
out
the
of those
Right from
situations?
the start, I think last year a few of the games at the beginning of the season is what let us down towards the end of the season as not being able to achieve our promotion goal. Whereas this year we started winning from the start. We're strong
Yeah,
first few games, which kind of set the tone for the rest.
It makes such a big difference, doesn't it? Yeah, that. Some other big moments though from this season as well is the run in the cup as well. Obviously, you've had a number of cup runs, absolutely amazing. But London City Lionesses, was a huge game and a really big moment for you guys as well. Talk us through that a little bit.
I think that whole FA Cup run was such a highlight for the season because we got to the 4th round, which for us,
Hasn't happened before.
yeah, since we've come into like the main club, but yeah, to get to the 4th round to play against London City Lionesses, they've just been promoted to the WSL as well.
Yeah.
So yeah, to get the chance to play against them again at the cottage was a
And you put in a really
Amazing
good
team.
show, like really good performance against them, solid performance as well. So again, it gave you a taste of, well, they say the top of the league. You know what it is to
Yeah.
be
I mean,
those guys.
That was tough. That was a tough day.
I was injured.
Oh, that's why it was tough.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We would have won that.
Absolutely smashed it to bits. Otherwise, yeah.
Clean sheet.
We figured out they played Arsenal. Was it a couple of weeks later?
Yeah.
And they only lost. I think it was like a 4-0 maybe.
Yeah.
So we figured out the goal difference, and we were like, "Hang on a minute." So we'd only lose like
9-0.
9-0 to Arsenal.
Yeah, that I was trying to work that out. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, we'll take that. We'll take that. And also just wanted to, another thing that's happened. You were named community champion as well recently, along with Sessignon as well. Ryan Sessignon. How was that?
Great. I love doing all the stuff for the foundation, and again, like I said, having them be a part of our match days and seeing them as flag bearers and familiar faces and being able to invite them to games is really, really important, I think, to all those programmes they do. So,
What's going to happen next season then?
Promotion.
Promotion.
Like, we are going back. We're going to say back to back.
Because it's just one up, isn't it?
Yeah,
From that league as well. So
again.
it's so difficult to get promoted, isn't it? But
we can only go for it.
We can
can't
try.
We can try.
We can do is try.
Well, you've already written the song for it. If it's back to back, the winning
That's
song.
so true.
let's unveil it now.
Win it.
Oh.
So just to quickly give some backstory, they walked in. Okay, I'll be honest. This is the second time we recorded this conversation because they've won the league since it was supposed to go out this week. We thought we can't have a chat with them. We're not referencing that. So the last time we met Ellie and Liv, they were so humble, so lovely. The second time we've met them, they've walked in singing this song they've written.
Do you want to sing with us?
You know it.
Yeah, come on, okay, buddy.
I love winning.
Winning, winning, winning.
That's it. That's
Come
the
on,
song.
Fulham.
Yeah,
That's what winning does to you.
yeah. It's a short song, isn't it?
Thanks, guys. We'll see if he's still singing that next season.
Yeah. Come on.
Ellie Olds, Olivia Dale, just so good to catch up with them, hear all about this incredible season, and oh man, back-to-back promotions would be insane, wouldn't it? Fingers crossed. Come on!
And a massive one with QPR, whatever happens, which
Yes.
is huge. Got to get that at the cottage.
Oh yeah, couldn't agree more. Talking of doubles, you know, double promotion. This is a tenuous link here, but here we go. We've got 2 podcasts this week, not 1, but 2. We're going to be dropping another one on Thursday.
Yeah, correct. And it's a 1975 FA Cup finalist. So these people live in myth in lots of ways, in Fulham folklore. But to see them in real life, the whole team gathered together was a really moving thing. And we rounded up as many of that team as we could. And we ended up getting Les Strong. Who else, Ivan?
Oh, it was Alan Mullery as well. That was incredible. John Fraser, the first guest to appear twice now on the podcast.
Exactly. John Mitchell, who scored the goals in the semi-final, which were massive, and Peter Mellor, who lots of people credit with getting there in the first place. He made some mad saves against Carlisle, which you can still find on footage. But anyway, that's a really beautiful episode that's coming on Thursday. We'll see you there.